Hey Rainicorns, it's Ellie here. And so I wanted to talk to y'all about the interview that Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki, and Kim Kiyosaki did on the Rich Dad channel. You guys, it's wild because it's like, I know I have had some strong opinions about Grant Cardone and some strong opinions about Robert Kiyosaki, but in this particular interview, I was like, I see a different side to Grant and I see a different side to Robert, because no cap, and as long as I've known about both of them, I would favor like Robert over Grant, at least his thoughts and his opinions and the way that he is when it comes to like business and stuff. But in this interview, I was like, I see what Grant's saying and it kind of makes sense. Like, of course he like makes sense, he's an educator, so it's not like he's gonna say anything that's bogus. It's just what he said was like, it's really, if we're gonna use like English terms here, probably revolutionary, because it's introducing people to a whole different type of mindset. Whereas Kim and Robert, they typically talk about how like the average Joe can go from being the average Joe or a poor Joe to wealthy Joe. Grant gave information on how the average Joe can become, I don't know, multimillionaire Joe. That's not, I'm not like, of course a multimillionaire is wealthy. It's just, you don't have to have multiple millions of dollars to be wealthy. You can be wealthy by having a $500,000 net worth and cash flow of $10,000 a month. That's wealthy. That's pretty good. That's making 6 figures a year. And your net worth, it isn't quite at $1 million, but you're halfway there. So we're talking about multiple millions of dollars. He was talking about, the question was, how can someone get started in multifamily? They were talking about multifamily. And then Grant goes say something. They need to partner up with somebody that has experience on a big deal. He said you need to go big or go home, basically. So you need to be looking at deals that are like 100 plus units, 150 plus units. It was like they need to partner with somebody who has the experience and go in that way. And then Robert, he had some resistance to what he was saying. He was like, well, that's not how you started. That's not how I started. That's not how Kim started. You know, what about like, you know, like starting with that one unit, or like, you know, they're talking about multifamily. So it would be 4 plus units. And he was like, yeah, we did start that way. But in this market, in this economy, he believes that it would be smarter to just partner with somebody on a big deal. And while I can see why Robert would have resistance to it, because I did at first when I first heard him say it, it makes sense. Like once he starts explaining it and considering how the economy and stuff is right now, it's very different. Like when Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki, and Kim Kiyosaki started investing, the world was totally different. So Grant is giving like good information based off of the revolution that has happened on our entire planet. Not just, oh, the market's up, the market's down. Like, he's like, nah, like, go ahead and just change your life completely right now. This isn't, we're no longer in a stage of like, oh, let's start small and build up. He's like, no, just go big or go home at this point. And I agree with that. I still like to build things and like have a foundation and do things on my own. So I probably still go with what Robert and Kim would say for myself, while also working on those big deals with other partners, which is actually what I'm doing. No cap. I'm actually doing that. I'm not like, that is why, you know, I see what Grant's saying on both a logical and hypothetical perspective, because I've lived this with partners who have the right connections, funding, and resources. You can move a lot faster and a lot bigger. When you're doing everything yourself, yes, of course, start small. That only makes sense. use what you have, that sort of thing, DIY. So yeah, but that's all I wanted to say in this video. Make sure you guys watch that interview. I'm gonna link it down below. Make sure you guys check out the Bird Dog Real Estate app, the BDRE app. Yo, we already got 123 members on there, and we need to start talking about this stuff more. I'm gonna post this in the app too. Actually, I'm gonna post this video, and I'm gonna post some different topics and stuff in the app, and see what you guys think about it. I'm gonna leave the link to that in the description box as well. We also have our ebook and our e-course available to learn how to get into the real estate investing industry. And always, we have the free national bird dog list for bird dogs to sign up, so you can learn how to get connected with your investors in your market and stuff. They can get the list, y'all start working together, and you start making some money. And so yeah, investors are able to acquire that, so you can get connected with bird dogs in your market. But yeah, that is it. I will talk to you guys later, Rainicorns. Thank you all so much. And it is the 1st of December. I don't know if I'm going to post this today. More than likely I will. But yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's today's date. That is so cool. But yeah, I might start going back to doing my my old outros when I was younger. It would be like, hold on, let me see. Colon, close parentheses, less than 3. Peace.